Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Kamen Rider Agito. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Ooh, I gotta be careful. I can't go too high because I just realized, oh yeah, he's got those big old ears. Or not ears, but antlers type thing on his head. That's enough room. That's enough room. But yeah, I gotta make sure I leave room for it. And give us some space, right? Alright, let's get him hunched in a jumping position. And this is why sketching helps to make sure you give yourself enough room. Ooh, so I can see there. I gotta be careful there. Give yourself enough room and leave him in a good fighting stance position. Right? Yeah, so jumping position like this. Bent in, draw this, do that, move this, squeeze that, push this. There we go. Let's put that foot down more. How about down jumping, right? There we go. There. Perfect. Okay. We'll put his belt right there. Again, hunch his body over. And also, things like this, it helps to make it expressive, you know? It's like, okay, if I want to make him dynamic and expressive and doing this, like what can I do with his body? Where can I exaggerate? Because we don't want to go too crazy, but I do want to, let's put his arm right there. Let's do that. That'd be awesome. I do want to, I'm going for a certain pose or look, an idea, and not expressionism, but a certain look. I guess that's the best way to say it. So I just got to make sure I do that, and it helps to figure out, okay, to make him look like this, to put him in that position, or to express that look, I have to exaggerate this or move this there. That's kind of what you do. And you know what? Actually, let's do that. It's too. There we go. Let's stick that leg out. That would be awesome. Because he's jumping, but he's not over the top, you know, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want him really exaggerated. There we go. That's what it needed. A little bit of an exaggerated leg or position. There we go. First I had it down, but now that it's out, it's more, you know, not expressive, but it's more, I guess so, yeah, I guess it is expressive. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's expressing a little bit more by extending in a more exaggerated position. So everything I was just saying is exactly what I was trying to say. I'm just making him jump out. He's in a much more exaggerated position. Let's just do this with that hand. There we go. And what it's just got a gauntlet. That would be pretty easy. Okay, so now that I've pretty much got the sketch down, let me add a few specific details to make sure I don't forget anything. But the sketch is pretty much there, so there's not a lot I got to do. just need to get a few things down real fast. Yeah, okay, so let me, sorry I get quiet there sometimes whenever I start concentrating. So let me just define some detail here. Looking good. Now, I don't know how much detail I can get, but I'm going to try to get most of this detail in this mask, but the thing is, it's pretty small. And once we get this small, sometimes we lose detail. Only because the Sharpies can only capture so much before they start to bleed into each other and we lose a little bit. It doesn't look as good. How's yours looking? Are you sketching too, or are you just watching me? Hopefully you're sketching too. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay. I think I'm about ready to switch over to Sharpie. And I just want to erase some of these lines and just stick with the confidence lines. Okay, so let me erase these sketch lines, because really all I need are the confidence lines, the darker lines, to guide my Sharpie. And as I was sketching, I was throwing lines down. The first lines that I did, they were sketchy. They were my sketch lines. I was just trying to, put ideas down, seeing if it was going in the right place. As I got more confident, I pushed harder. And those were my confidence lines, and so those are going to take a lot more to erase. So, as I lightly erase, I get rid of the confidence lines. As I get rid of the confidence lines, get rid of the sketch lines. Confidence lines will guide me, and that's how you live your life. Always follow your confidence. Never follow sketchiness. Okay? Alright. I think I'm ready. I say we welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find the things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased all the sketch lines, and what's left are the light, faint drawings of these confidence lines that I'm going to use to guide us here. So, I'm going to do a little mix of both. Usually I start with the Sharpie pen for the details of the face, but considering there's no face, I can start straight in with the big pen. So, let's do the eyes and then build our way out. Kind of. No. Let's do the headpiece and build our way out. So, I'm going to start here and go out like this. And the reason I wanted to do that is because the eyes, that one's a little bit bigger than that, kind of go under that, and I didn't want to draw just a big round bulbous part. So now I'm going to draw the eyes under that like that, okay? There we go. Now I can build off of this. I think I want to do the facial features with this pen. Just let me go ahead and just build off the... Well, no, let's do that. Let's work with the pen, and then I can build off of that, because I do need like a center line, something like this, to guide us. And let's see. So there's going to be that, and then it's going to have the mouthpiece, And I'm doing it with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line width much better. I want it a little thick like the pen here, but not as thick. And so I'm just using it as a guide to help me control the look of it. Okay, and I was talking about this in the sketch too, that it's kind of hard because, you know, you got the edges here and they kind of disappear with such fine detail. So I got to be really careful as to how far I take it. Or what details I add, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because again, you know, I want it to stand out, but, you know, Sharpies, they do bleed. Let's see, there are little lines going through. That. And this is going to come up like this. Alright, and I think I can go back to the big... Nope. I want to do this. Let me define this edge. No, I guess I can switch to the big Sharpie again. I don't need the fine detail for that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and just build off of this. Let's go back to the big Sharpie like this, and I can do the headdress, so to speak, and build off that. Now, what I think I will do is it looks like separate pieces, but I'm gonna just go ahead and draw it as one big piece, and then come back and add the fine detail with the tiny Sharpie, just to make it stand out. And I'm doing them separately like this, or one at a time, just so I remember where I am and how it looks, so I can kind of make them cohesive at the same time. Okay. Oops, should have been a little bit more round there. Round that off. Alright, so now I'm going to come back and add just little details like this, just to make it stand out like that. So see, by doing a thick and thin like this, we kind of complemented it, is basically what we did. So I've got his arm in front of everything, so we kind of have to do that first. So bear with me how we're just going to have a floating hand. So I'm going to do his pinky like this. And then his ring finger, middle finger, and the rest are kind of hidden. You can't really see much because of their, you know, it's a hand and everything's back behind itself, you know. There we go. Or it's like this, you know, so you can't really see all these fingers or the thumb, you know. But I wanted to draw that first so I could define my edge. I'm going to draw his little gauntlet sleeve like this, and I drew a little lip on it just to give it a little accent. So we'll go ahead and again come back with a smaller Sharpie and compliment it. You're welcome. You look very well today. Get it? Compliment. Alright, so there's the other part of the arm. Again, that's cloth, so I'm going to add just a little bit of stress on the cloth there. And so now I can start to draw the rest of the body behind it. So I can draw his neck, what you can see, into his neck piece, and it's kind of going down like this. So see, you want to draw what's in front first because you don't have to draw all the detail of what's behind, only what you can see. So it's good to plan and tell yourself, okay, I want to put this here and put that there, and that means I only have to do so much. Alright, so his chest piece, you can see a little bit of it like that. It's going to go into the shoulder piece. And the shoulder is going to be kind of up just a little bit because of the way I've got his body contorted, so to speak. And it's an exaggeration, but again, like I was talking about in the sketch, going for a certain look. So we were just kind of reconnect this. We were kind of, you know, moving stuff and exaggerating certain things just to make it look a certain way. All right. So in other words, that shoulder is up a little higher. So that means this one's going to be down. Let's do his chest real fast, just so you see where we are and what we're drawing. Okay. Okay, so that means his big old pecs gonna be like that. That's what that was at that top of the edge right there. So that means I can do this one like this, and that helps guide us with his chest piece. Let's go ahead and draw the rest of the chest piece here, just to define our edges. This. Let's see, two big sections like that. Do it over here too. And then, again, coming back with the smaller Sharpie, just to, again, compliment it. What a nice hat you're wearing today. Well, thank you. All right. Oops, let me connect that right there. All right, so we're gonna do the rest of his shoulder over here. So we're gonna draw this section like that, this side that you can see from here, because again, this one's more raised up at you, and this arm is like just in a fist, just up pointed at you. So we're gonna draw the material like this into the elbow. Here's the gauntlet, and it's, again, it's foreshortened, pointed at you, so it looks a little, instead of like this, it's now like this, so it's more foreshortened. You see a little stubbier, but it's just because of the positioning. Okay, so then we're just going to do his hand in a fist, so I'm going to go ahead and just draw that in real fast. You can just follow along with me. And the knuckles kind of over themselves. I'm going to draw the thumb over like that. And so that's the nice thing about a hand over, is there's not a lot you really have to do. There's not a lot you really can do because of the positioning that we chose. But, you know, it looks cool. And that's the nice thing, is it still looks good. But we also kind of get away with drawing a little bit less. You know, something like that. Go, and again, little creases for the material. All right. Okay. Awesome. So now it's going to be pretty easy from here on out, because it's just his belt and his legs and his boots, and his legs are pretty much just like a, you know, stretchy rubber pants. So there's not too much we got to do. So I do have him, again, kind of, you know, pushed in, the pelvis going that way. So I'm going to draw his belt like this, and it's pushed over because of the way he's jumping. Okay, so let me add some tiny detail here. Now, the other downside is, I talk about this with every single Kamen Rider, is all I can go by are the pictures. I don't really know what this looks like. So I apologize if it's not 100% right. I'm trying. But, you know, again, I don't have one of these. And it's just material. When it's material, when it's cloth, I like to add some kind of little stress on the cloth. Same thing we're going to do with the legs here. It's just stretchy material. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick this leg out. We're all very exaggerated here, very stretched out. So it's going to come out like this, there, like this, and then his like bone legs. So I'm going to draw basically the leg down to his little ankle thing. His little ankle cuff, I guess is what it is. Something like this. And then I'm going to draw it back up, and then there's like this little like bone looking text. You know what, let's do the foot since we're here. It's closed off, and usually I say let's give it start stop points. Well, considering it's closed off, there's nothing else we can really draw. That's it. There's our start point. Now I'll add some detail in a second. Just going to draw the leg like I was talking about. Here to his crotch, and again I got this real stretched, so we're going to stretch out some material here, something like that. Now I'll add some more in a second, and bend this leg in, and again draw the side view of this big old oval knee pad. And come down here again, draw the ankle cuff, and I'm going to bend the knee in like this, and then now I'm going to add some, well, let me do the feet again. I keep saying that, so might as well just do the feet. Let's just go ahead and finish it all off, and then add the detail, right? And I've got his foot really bent and stretched like that. So let's add some extra detail here. So I'm going to finish off some of these creases and folds and stretches, because I've got him so exaggerated here that we're going to really stretch out that cloth. Okay. And let's see, there's a cool little pattern here, so let's draw that. Might as well, right? I mean, there's not a lot of detail in this, so usually I guess as it got not more popular, but as the characters developed, they added more detail to them, because like this is getting into the older characters, and they are just, you know, rubber pants is all it really is. There's not a lot of armor, you know, stretch pants. That's the best way to say it. Alright, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Agito. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures on how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.